Hey there, guys, it's the Slithering one. Just wanted to bring you a quick another game because, I have a new mic. It's fun to play with. Let me bring one in. I just got done playing this UU game. It was really fun. It was really intense for me to think about, and it's a good example of why I don't like stall because it brings stall. There's a very surprisingly annoying core in UU right now, and that's Snorlax and Togekiss. Both of them are just specially defensive tanks. And here, instead of me doing this, how about I jump right into the game? All right, let's get this one going. All right, so I lead Galvantula as he leads Espeon. Looking at team preview, I thought Galvantula was a pretty good lead because, well, he is my sticky web setter, so he's my usual lead. He's a Focus Sash variant, and he has a good matchup against Espeon, Togekiss, Vaporeon. I can take one hit from an Arcanine and then drop a Thunder on him. Snorlax I can Volt Switch off, and Lucario I could drop a Thunder, kind of same situation as Arcanine. So one way or another, Galvantula was a good lead. Seeing the Espeon was pretty standard, and since I have a good matchup, let's just play it out. I go for the Bug Buzz as he switches into Togekiss. The Bug Buzz does absolutely nothing. This thing is a max special defense Togekiss if I'd ever seen one. So he switches out going to the Snorlax, fearing the electric move, which is good because I go for the Volt Switch. That does absolutely nothing to the Snorlax. But I switch into Cofagrigus because I know it will be a good matchup. Before we continue, I noticed that the Snorlax did not gain any HP. So I know it's not a lefty set. I'm assuming it's an Assault Vest set since it took a max special attack Galvantula's Volt Switch that well. I know Snorlax is bulky, but come on. Alright, so he switches out the Togekiss when I bring, or he switches out to Togekiss when I bring in the Cofagrigus. I wanted to see what item it was, so I just go for the knockoff. Predicting the Togekiss to come in was another thing of reasoning knockoff was good. I got rid of its leftovers, so this thing won't be healing too much. I throw a Will-O-Wisp on it because, I gotta get some damage on it somehow, and I don't have many attacks. I'm just going to switch out here to Crobat because I can take almost any one of its moves. And it reveals to me that it's Heal Bell. So far I've seen Heal Bell, Toxic, and I think that's everything I've seen from Togekiss. So this is clearly a support Togekiss. This is not the para-flinching Togekiss monster that I was afraid of. And Crobat has an amazing matchup against it. Fairy to Poison, obviously. So he's going to switch out, kind of obvious. I just went for the U-turn. I couldn't remember what happened. So I just U-turned knowing he was going to switch so I can get offensive momentum going into Galvantula. I think I'm just going to fire off a Thunder right here, not really scared of what comes in. And this proves that this is an Assault Vest set, the fact that I can't even do 20% to a Snorlax. Now, I don't know what move he was going to go for, but I knew he wasn't going to switch into Espeon, so I saw this as the only opportunity where I could set up my Sticky Web. The reason I use the Sticky Web is, well, obviously for Malamar. It's purely the reason of this team. I try to set up Malamar sweeps. So he goes for the Earthquake. It doesn't even bring me down to my Sash. So that's not too bad. I'm just going to Volt Switch off, get a little bit more damage on him. And I think I go into Cofagrigus here. Yes, I do. This is my physical wall. I know I can take anything, especially a Body Slam, since it does nothing. So I take a little bit of toxic damage, recover with lefties. That's okay. I think I'm just going to go for a Will-O-Wisp here. Don't care if he switches or anything. Yep, and I get the burn on the Togekiss. All good and good. So I think I know he's going to go for the Heal Bell here. So I go for a Shadow Ball. I just try to get some damage on. This thing is a bulky Togekiss, as we can see. So here I'm just going to go for another Will-O-Wisp, as he reveals the Roost to me, so I know all my Cofagrigus cannot take on this Togekiss. So after going for the Willow, I'm going to switch out, predicting him to go for the Heal Bell. So I bring in Crobat again because it's been doing good work against this Togekiss. I go for the Cross Poison here because I thought he would predict my U-turn, and I want to get damage on this. And now I'm in his head, and now I can predict him for the next 2 turns. His Air Slash on a crit does good damage, but since I outspeed, I have no area to flinch. Predicting the Cross Poison, I go for the Brave Bird here because I thought Lucario would be coming in, and I got that correct. And I do a hell of a lot of damage to it. But fearing the Bullet Punch or Extreme Speed, I'm just going to switch into Cofagrigus. This Lucario is no longer a threat. It can't switch in safely on anything in the fear of an attack. And I think my Donphan can actually take it on. So here I'm just going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, which, seeing that it is an Intimidate Arcanine, my Will-O-Wisp is going to miss. That was a great prediction on his part. it would have either killed the Lucario or done damage to something. I knew I could take a Flare Blitz, so here I decided to go for the Pain Split, just try to nullify his attack, and it worked out pretty well. I know I can take one more, so I'm going to stay in, take it, go for the Shadow Ball, and just sack my Cofagrigus. It wasn't going to be doing way too much to anything. Shadow Ball, my mistake, I went for knockoff. Wow, hello, pay attention. I knew Cofagrigus wasn't going to be doing too much. It couldn't touch the Togekiss at all. Lucario is already weakened. It's not really a threat. It'd be nice to have Pain Split it off on the Snorlax, but he wasn't going to bring it in. Espeon would have outsped and just killed me, so I decided to just sack it here. Went for the knockoff, got rid of Arcanine's Choice Scarf, which is good. That means I can bring in Crobat now, and Crobat outspeeds his entire team. So I'm just going to go for the Brave Bird, I think. Yes, I do. It just does enough damage. I'm not going to take too much of recoil. Being Mummy doesn't really matter. It really doesn't. So Lucario comes in. I think Extreme Speed is coming, so I'm just going to switch out to Donphan, who I know can take the hit. Instead, he does a good prediction and goes for Swords Dance. Unfortunately, the Ice Shard is enough to kill. I am max attack, max HP Donphan for situations such as that. Vaporeon comes in. I know a Scald's coming my way, so I'm going to go right out into my Blissey to sponge it, and he does a great job of bluffing and goes for the Wish, which means this Snorlax is coming out, which I think, yes. I guess the Espeon was the one Pokemon that he was not going to switch into on a Blissey. We find out later what item it is. We really find out what item it is. So I thought this is, again, kind of with that same situation with the Galvantula. This was my only situation to get up hazards. And now that hazards are here, that Togekiss is crippled. It is at 30%. After rocks, it will be at 5. The only way it's going to be coming back is if it switches on... Actually, if it has to switch in on Blissey and then outspeed the Blissey. So that Togekiss isn't going to be switching in anytime soon. Everything on my team can kill it. So the Togekiss is pretty much handled right now. Snorlax will go back to full from this Wish. That does not bother me too much. I'm just going to switch out into my Donphan to sponge up these physical hits. Doesn't sponge it very well, and I get paralyzed. That is okay. It's a pseudo-physical wall. I go for the knockoff. Getting rid of that Assault Vest, that's great, that's gone. And his counter will kill me, so great play on your part. I switch into Malamar now because I'm not fearing anything. I'm just going to go for the Superpower. Even if he would have switched into Togekiss, this would have 2-hit KO'd, or I think it maybe even would have just KO'd. And now the Malamar shenanigans begin. I get the Superpower Contrary Boost, I go for it again. Setting up for the 3rd hit KO, he goes for Scald, I believe. And everybody hates Scald because I get the burn. So that's unfortunate. The burn was very needed because otherwise this next Superpower would have killed. I wanted to know if he had Protect, so I went for Superpower anyways. I was underestimating the burn. I thought I could have knocked it out. So I just go for it again. I only do 25%, which means this Wish is going to be annoying. I think he's going to go for Protect right here. But just in case he didn't, I went for Night Slash. Unfortunately, this shows him that I am not... Well, actually, he would have known I'm not choiced from Leftovers. I'm an idiot. My mistake. But I run a fun Malamar set. I go for the Rest. This is a Rest Talk Superpower Night Slash Malamar. And this is why it is threatening. I'm now at +3, and I'm going to go for the Sleep Talk. Unfortunately, this Sleep Talk hits the Rest. It's part of it, otherwise Sleep Talk would be kind of broken. Everyone knows that. So I'm just going to go for Sleep Talk again. But Espeon reveals that it is a Trick Choice Spec set Espeon. Good player. Unfortunately for him, my Malamar does hit the Night Slash off of my Sleep Talk, and Espeon goes down. But what this does, because I am Choice Specs into Sleep Talk, I have to switch. I just switch into Blissey. Of my 3, I have a reason for this. Of my remaining Pokemon, Blissey was the most expendable. Vaporeon gets taken on by Galvantula very well. Togekiss is pretty much dead. And Crobat can also take on Vaporeon decent with Brave Birds and Cross Poisons and roosting back up. So, I thought Blissey was my most expendable. Impressively, actually took the Body Slam pretty well. About as good as Donphan. So that surprised me. I didn't know Blissey had that much physical. So this is just going to be Blissey Snorlax shenanigans. I'm sorry about this, guys. I go for the Wish. He goes for the Body Slam. After this, it's going to be a Protect. Yes, a Protect. Body Slam gets protected. I Wish up. I leftovers. I'm at 92. I didn't want this to continue, so I just started Seismic Tossing from here. I didn't just want to stall him out of Body Slams. I didn't want to be that guy. So I'm just going to Seismic Toss until he goes down. And he makes a great switch into Vaporeon. This is a great switch because if he would have just stayed in and taken the Seismic Toss and let Snorlax faint, Vaporeon would have eventually come out, and it would have been pretty much my game. There wouldn't have been much you could do. Here, it's kind of threatening because Vaporeon's most likely going to go for a Wish. And from that Wish, it's either going to get passed to a Togekiss where I have to attack it, or it's going to get past a Snorlax where that thing's already kind of annoying to kill. So I predict this Wish, and I switch into my offensive monster, the Galvantula. It threatens his whole team right now. And because I predict the Wish correctly, I switch in safely, and nothing on his team is going to take this Thunder. His best move there would have been Protect. Just heal up the Vaporeon and see if you could survive the Thunder afterwards. I think he made a miscalculation there, because before Thunder was doing 17% to his Snorlax, but that was with the Assault Vest, which I knocked off, I think, about 15 turns ago. So Snorlax could not take it, and he forfeits from there, knowing that this Galvantula is just going to sweep his team. Alright guys, thank you for watching. This is a good UU. Today is Friday, so in a few days it's going to be Sunday, so please tune into my Twitch at twitch.tv/theslithering1. It will be me playing Showdown, doing whatever you want. If you tune in, you can even give me some suggestions on tiers to play, teams to play, anything of the sort. Alright guys, until next time, I will see you guys later.